Uh, I wanted to start the episode like really energetic with all my energy, but my music doesn't continue. Computer, play the song "Enemies to Lovers." Come on.
Chapter 2, Enemies to Lovers by Portia McIntosh from Spotify.
Huh?
Another strong indicator of wealth, I find.
That's not that what I'm searching for. Okay, I say it on German quick. Computer, 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 spiele das Lied Enemies to Lovers.
Enemies to Lovers von Joshua
Because
von Spotify.
the thing is, it really matches to the story. I already uploaded on German, but not on English. And a little warning, I translated it with Google, so please don't be mad if something is wrong or I don't say it correct. So, I hope I didn't already read it. If I did, be happy then I read it again because you all forget it. Okay, back to the theme. It was a quiet winter night when the hero of the city, Blue Diamond, woke up in an unknown place. Then he suddenly remembered that he had been brought down. Brought down. There it is! By his enemy Blackfire. He immediately set up, but one movement alone was enough to trigger a stabbing pain. But he set up anyway. He looked around. There was a large door, a wardrobe, a bookcase, a desk. The walls were painted golden red. He himself was in a bed, but what first caught our hero's eye was not the large window with the great view on the entire city outside, but the person in front of the window. It was a young man. He was wearing a suit. His blonde hair looked like gold in this light. The man looked bravely over his shoulder and saw that our hero was awake, and said, "Oh, good evening." Wait, wrong voice. Sorry, my English is. Oh, good evening, Blue Diamond, or rather say Sky. Sky. Nah. How are you? That is the name of our hero, Sky. When he heard the man's voice, he also knew that it was Blackfire, and he was immediately alarmed. "What do you want from me, Blackfire?" Sky burst out. Blackfire then stepped closer, but the bed isn't it a bit too loud? Stepped closer to the bed in which Sky was still lying. Sitting, but sorry. "But don't be so rude, and please call me by my real name, Nero." I hope I say correctly because in German it's Nero and Nero. I don't know, okay? Sky was a little annoyed by Nero's oh so great behavior and gave him a cold look. His gaze met Nero's. Nero had cold blood red eyes. But there were two things Sky didn't understand. Why was he here in a room with Nero? And why wasn't Nero attacking him like he did always? Attacking him like he always did. Sure, I understand you. Probably not a fan of mine. We are enemies, Nero. A long silence spread through the room. Sky didn't know why, but his heart was pounding wildly. He continued to look into Nero's eyes. What do you want from me, Nero? Sky repeated his question and said Nero's name like if it were poison. You know, I'm fed up with that. I'm fed up with it, was the answer, but it wasn't enough for Sky. It's getting annoying. It's been the same old story for 2 years. Aren't you getting tired of it too? But no, I finally managed to do what I wanted to do. Nero said, but Sky understood him too. He's slowly getting fed up with all of this nonsense about being a hero. Every day, Nero messes up and Sky takes the blame, which they both found disgusting. Sky tried to sit down properly. I don't know. And to his surprise, Nero helped him. Tell me, Nero, Sky slowly began to question. Then why are you carrying on as a villain? Why don't you just stop? He asked. I actually wanted to stop, but something inside me didn't. I know that sounds strange, but I missed you. I would have missed you, Sky. There only said I missed you, but I know there is missing I would have, he answered, running his hand through Sky's snow-white hair. Now Sky's heart was beating faster. Missed me? He repeated Nero's words questioningly and looked at him again with his ocean blue eyes. I know. I have the feeling that I'm nobody without you. Sorry. You're the only one who respects me. It may be my choice of words in the fights against you is pretty vulgar, but it mostly frustrated me that you are recognized for your oh so good deeds, and I would do anything for a little recognition, and in my case, it's probably the case that I'm your enemy, and in order to get attention. Sky was surprised at first that Nero answered him so honestly, out of nowhere, and realized that Nero was simply alone. Sky's heart beat faster again. Nero looked away just like Sky. But there is something else. Sky looked up again and looked at Nero, who was now silent. What would it be? Sky asked hesitantly, which made Nero look at him again. I love you, Sky, came from Nero. Sky was confused, but despite his pain, he pulled Nero closer and said quietly, I love you too, and kissed him. Nero was surprised by Sky's sudden action. He was suddenly enchanted? A moment later, Sky pulled away. Wow, came from... What the fuck is my brother doing? Came from Nero. To Sky was... Came from Nero. To Sky was surprised. He hadn't thought that this day would come. He only dreamed of them, but now it was real. I have one more question. That is why my whole body feels like it's about to collapse, asked Sky. Nero smiled a little. Well, I thought at first you would get aggressive and try to run away, and then contact me. That's why I gave you something that makes you feel incredible pain, even though you are actually unhurt, answered Nero, to which Sky couldn't find an answer or anything else he could say. I notice that some things are missing. Some small words are missing. And I guess most of you did notice too. So I did, like I said at the beginning of this episode, I translated it only with Google. So yeah, please. Yeah. Okay, and yeah, that was it for today's episode. I hope you enjoy it, even though it was only translated with Google.